welcome to the stream to end all streams. I'm Karpu the DM, here with Ratio, Phoenix, and Gurvanch Batra. How we feeling, boys?
Feeling very nice.
Awesome. I'm great.
Well, you guys all look incredibly
Should I shift
handsome.
towards my right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're perfect. The you guys have never played D&D, huh?
Yeah, never.
Okay, here we go. These gents are part of a podcast. They run, honestly, a lot of different interviews, man. I love like the topics y'all cover because they're all over the place. You know what I mean? It's hard to define with just one thing. But the forecast is what it is called. Nice kind of punny play on words. And Gurvanch, I've known for quite some time. But I've been curious, like, how did you guys all originally meet each other?
Who's gonna spill the beans?
But
Or you're like prison. It was we're all.
No, we were coming back for a king's party.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
That's where we met.
Oh, so good.
So initially it was like, since Twitch is not very big in India, right? And we somehow like found a way to find like Twitch because of our Western influencers or like probably Western influencers who played games too much.
Got it.
So-
Yeah.
I remember starting to stream, pressing the play button and literally doing like nothing and just going on live and finding streamers. And I found like the Indian tag,
Dude,
right?
yes.
So Twitch introduced the Indian tag, and that's how first I found Phoenix, and then I found Ratio. So that's how we three met.
Yes.
And from on, it was just like your collab streams and going on. And we
Dude,
were
I
like, come on, let's
love
do some
that.
podcast.
Man, you see, the internet does bring people together, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Indeed.
This is the proof of it. This is the proof. Well, I guess that's how Gurvanch and I met as well, was just sort of through the power of the
Sure.
algorithm, right? Getting connected. And we talked about this for a while, about like wanting to kind of do a one-shot, show you guys some D&D. You guys are like hilarious and incredible storytellers on your own. So I think I think you're going to like it. And if not, blame Gurvanch, okay? I had nothing to do with it. But
Hilarious might not be the right word, but yeah.
Yeah. So guys, here's kind of the background for you, the audience, and for the crew of the forecast that is kind enough to roll with us. Essentially, I created their characters for them, which is not usually how it happens. Like, usually you guys would be way more in the driver's seat of like, yo, Brandon. Just real quick, this is Brandon, who I've been calling Brandy for about 6 weeks. But if you take the time to read their username, it is Brandon with a Y, not Brandy in with a. So, Brandon, welcome. Like,
He's being specific.
the nicest dude in the world. He was like, just so you know, it's not Brandy.
Yeah.
Welcome, dude. We're
I
gonna
mean,
play.
since like a lot of Indians over there, can we do namaste to everyone? I mean, is that
Yeah,
fine?
can we just toss a namaste? Sure. Anytime, bye.
Namaste.
Go for it, man. This is me.
Oh, I use. Yeah. Hello.
I'm trying to use some of the knowledge
yeah.
you guys have given me about both language as well as culture. But I guess we just kind of hop into it, guys. I mean,
Yep.
anyone
I'm
that's
excited, man.
Yeah, I think
Can't
it's
wait
going to
to
be a
cook.
good time. But let me give you kind of the audience the background, and then let me give you the players the full background. And happy Sunday morning, Brandon. Thank you for joining us. But the three of you, Phoenix the Great, Alvin Greenwood, the famed arcane practitioner, and Batrat Borat, the famed Dark Knight of the West.
Wait, why wasn't I famed for something?
Yeah. Well, you're infamous, dude. I think
Okay.
I think by the end of this you will be known for something. Don't worry.
Okay.
But the three of you were childhood friends. Were born
Yeah.
here in the coastal city of Marcin, which, if you see within the owlbear, which is the name of that kind of like image that I shared with you that is also on the OBS. The city of Marcine is a coastal town. It's built onto the cliffside of the Sword Coast. And it's existed for hundreds of years. A part of the land that is both free to the people and largely free of oppression. The wilds of the wilderness, the dungeons that lurk there, the monsters that make the mountains and the terrain of the Great North their home, have largely been pushed back from the city of Marcine. And within it is King Adelphin and his daughter, Annabelle. And Annabelle was kind of one of those where you guys all, kind of like knew her. I think there's maybe a little bit of like, man, like, is one of us going to end up with Annabelle? I don't know. I could see it. Probably Phoenix. I don't know. And then, life took you elsewhere. You left the city. You were adventuring. You had things to do. But then word reached you that the king's daughter was being married, that a great celebration was coming to fill the city of Marcine. And as such, you returned home to much fanfare, much excitement. And here, the morning of the king's daughter's wedding, the morning of Annabelle's nuptials, we pick up. And we're at the western edge of this city of Marcine. And sitting there is a very old man by the name of Busta. And Busta is a human man. He's a priest. He was kind of like a school teacher in a way. But he's very much kind of like part of the king's team. And he's a man of some importance here in the city of Marcine. But as you guys have had your breakfast and were asked to join with him near the city walls, you now approach. And as you approach old Busta, you see this man sort of turn back, his hands paper thin, his eyes cataract and cloudy, but yet a visage of happiness washes over him as he recognizes the three of you. And if you wouldn't mind, guys, and again, there's no wrong answers, unless we somehow get offensive. But describe to me, if you wouldn't mind, what each of you looks like. And we'll start with Gurvanj, with Batra Borat. So what does old Busta see, Batra?
So Batra is like a huge, muscular dude, right? Who has a very, kind of soft voice, which he actually gets bullied for.
Got it.
A big, huge dude. Whenever someone looks at him, he's like, "Oh my God, he's gonna attack me," right? But whenever he's like, "Oh my God, can you pass me the bottle?" Something like that.
So he's like 6'5" with the voice of like a child.
Yeah.
Love it.
Of course, yes.
So Ratio, what does old Busta see whenever he looks your direction?
I mean, should I tell her? Should I tell about something, the Batra's character or myself?
Oh, no, just like sort of like your character, this wizard that you're playing.
Oh, okay. So, Elvin Greenwood, right?
Yeah.
My character.
Yeah.
He's kind of a man that that don't tolerate anything wrong in the kingdom, and he wants to do right things for the people. But sometimes when things happen wrong, he blames himself.
Got it.
As in he couldn't do anything. And he's the kind of wizard, that everyone likes to approach, but he's not very talkative kind of person. He's very silent.
Got it. Love that. More of a stoic sage.
Yeah.
Introvert and short temper.
Yeah, makes sense. He loves his books. And how about you, Phoenix? How about Phoenix the Great?
The Great.
So I'm like a normal. I look normal, like 5'9", 5'10", but I'm not. Like I'm very long hair, cool, cool dude in the college who everybody looks up to. Yeah, I'm very sassy, fashion sense. People look at me and they're like, wow. And he has a lot of potential, but it's very dormant. He does not know how to bring out his potential. He is scared in every situation, but he knows he can defeat it, but he is very, kind of scaredy cat. He's like, if I do it, something happens wrong, then I should not get responsible. So he's a bit, I do not
How is
want
he
any
great then?
responsibility. No,
Gotcha.
he's great. He's great. He will become
You heard the
great.
name, dude. He is great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
He's great with potential. He's not great with expressing. That's the thing. That's
Yeah.
the catch.
Hey man, that happens. That happens.
Yeah.
And Amagad, dude, welcome, dude. Love it.
And
Love
he
it.
has long hairs like me.
Yeah, perhaps part of his charm, part of his magic.
Part of his charm, yeah. A
Love
good
it,
goatee,
love it,
maybe.
love it. So these three characters, this sort of like, savvy but still finding themselves barred, right? And this extremely well-intentioned and in some cases beloved wizard, but one kind of marked by a quiet introspection, a reticence perhaps to overspeak, and also this enormous hulking plate mail wearing dragonborn with a very high voice. You guys are all sort of gathered now on the western edge, and you see Booster turn. Oh, well, my goodness. Look at the three of you. Back in the city at last. You've come for the king's wedding, I take.
Yes.
Good. Oh, I'd forgotten how charming your voice is, Bartret. I'd forgotten how lyrical, how it rolls off the ears. And he sort of looks you up and down. You can see he's like kind of like looking up at Bartret a little bit, like, dang, this guy got big. And then he's looking over, kind of like clasping the shoulder of Alvin here. Alvin, good to see you again. I have some questions about the magic I'm reading. And then he looks lastly at Phoenix. He's like, oh wow, You've gotten so handsome. I had no idea. I didn't even recognize you. He kind of comes up and almost like you guys are sort of
I think I forgot to tell him I don't speak to lowly creatures like him. I have a very high reputation. Sorry, I don't.
Oh my gosh! Give me just a charisma check if you wouldn't mind. Roll a d20, Phoenix, and add your charisma modifier to it. First
20.
roll of the day, baby.
I got 13.
Okay, so you
Is it
rolled a
good?
13, huh?
Yeah, I rolled a 13.
And then if you look at your character sheet, on the left side it'll have like strength, dexterity, constitution. At the bottom, it will have charisma.
Charisma.
So I think I think it might be +3,
It's on +5.
+5
Yeah.
for the charisma.
It
Okay,
is
great.
Yeah, it's on +5.
Then 13 + 5 would be an 18, which is excellent. As he sort of turns to you, you guys all probably, Alvin and Batrat, you guys are probably like, oh, fuck. Phoenix is going to be weird about this. And sure enough, Phoenix kind of like flicks the cape a little bit, and you see Booster's like, I forgot, of course. No need to make eye contact. Totally fine. Totally okay. Not a big deal. I forgot, you're an artist. You need a certain amount of allure. I get it. Let me cut straight to it, my boys. Annabelle is being married today. And as such, the festivities in Marcine are extensive. And as you say that, you guys look about, and it really is like, it's a beautiful city. One largely built out of stone and cut from the rock face itself. But across its center and kind of stretching from one kind of side to the other is a very wide bridge. And this is known as the Bridge of Plenty or the Bridge of Center. And it connects the different parts of the town. But it's also kind of like Main Street. There's markets, there's vendors. And that's more or less where you guys are situated now. And kind of, as he's kind of explaining it, you see Booster kind of look back. He's like, there was one thing that was left to be done. A wedding cake for the festivities. Now, he sort of turns back, and you see he, like, takes forever to turn. He's like, oh, give me a moment. And you just hear this, like, his, like, knees and back are just snapping. Hold on. And he slowly turns. He's like, you see behind me? This is a plow horse. And about 20 feet beyond, you see this enormous, shaggy-maned drafting horse. And behind it, attached is a wooden wagon with an enormous 3-tiered cake atop it. A cake that looks to be like, largely this kind of white, but this beautiful kind of strawberry frosting and trim. And at the very top of it appears to be a strawberry cupcake.
What I'd like, if you have the time, is to simply make sure this cake makes it safely across the bridge. The wedding is taking place.
You see him just like look up into the sun.
Owie. It's taking place in about 2 hours. So, I don't know. I would take it myself, but I'm just not very good with horses. Could you be in charge of this?
Old man, do you think we are going to help you out? You're forgetting your place right now.
I know it's a big ask, but I thought perhaps Phoenix...
And at this point, you guys can tell Phoenix has sort of like stepped up to Busta, and Busta's sort of like doing anything but looking at them, like out of respect. You know what I mean?
Busta's like, well, of course, that's totally fine. Perhaps a bit of gold would change things. The king, he was going to pay me 20 gold pieces, but I could just give you that money.
Phoenix the Great don't work for low creatures like you, but gold is something that I might accept to work.
We might do it.
Thank you very much, Buttress. Then this is a knight I can stand behind.
You see him kind of looking up and also kind of like shaking his head. He's like,
one of these days your voice will change. Don't worry, my son.
He comes up and as you guys are sort of gathering him, he walks and he takes the harness of this horse and kind of leads it forward.
This is Daisy.
And you see Daisy is like cross-eyed, enormous hair coming down the side.
Which one of you will be responsible for driving the cart?
I would
Don't
do it.
look at me.
Okay,
Don't
good.
look at me.
He does. You see, he's like not even considering. He's like,
Very, Alvin. Alvin.
Yeah.
and he kind of like pulls you aside.
Alvin, look, I'm trusting you with this, all right? King Adelphin came to me. There was a bunch of bakers that wanted this job, okay? There was a whole bidding war. There's some hurt feelings about it. Please, make sure this cake makes it there. I'm begging.
Don't worry.
Okay, well, thank you.
And give me a persuasion check, Ratio.
Okay.
Roll a d20.
Yes, a
So
d20.
should I roll a d20? Okay.
Roll a d20 and then look on. If you look at the first sheet, there's a small box kind of in the middle left where it says a bunch of different skills. And it's in alphabetical. I think it starts with like acrobatics and then it just goes all the way down. But near the end will be one that deals with persuasion.
Okay. Yep, it's -1.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And for right now it's -1, but I rolled a d20 and it's 15.
Awesome. So that brings the total to 14, right?
Of
14.
14.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So
Damn, my karma's yellow. What the hell?
let me bring this in.
14 it is persuasion.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
So here.
I look
Why
like
are
I've
they
jaundiced
baking?
right now. Look at me. I'm literally like I've jaundiced right now.
Dude,
What
that's golden, bro. You got that golden vibe. So, guys,
Golden.
here you are. Here's Daisy the horse. And here's a wedding cake that you must maintain all the way across. Now, if you zoom all the way out, guys, again,
Oh,
the
no,
audience can see a lot more of this map than you can because I've blacked it out. But if you go all the way to the right, there's a little red arrow.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is essentially where you're trying to go.
Okay.
Yes, I knew this thing was going to get amazing,
s-
and now we're finally there.
Perfecto.
Welcome, Anna, and welcome, Excellent. So, you see this
Yo,
old
Eggy, what's up?
man kind of come up to you, and he takes the reins of this horse.
And he extends it to you, Alvin. And take care not to spook the horse, because if the horse runs, then the entire cake could be muddled.
And he points up to it. I mean, it's like huge. 3-tiered. It goes up about 7-8 feet. Like, this is too big of a cake. You know what I mean? But the cake itself is enormous, and does appear to be quite sturdy in the back of this thing. And, you know, unless you guys would like to do something else, I mean, you know, essentially, Alvin, you get up, you kind of hop in the driver's seat of this cart, and you guys start making your way.
So can we like talk to each other like
Oh,
as
please.
characters?
Please do.
Phoenix, that wasn't very nice of you.
How does that low creature think he could make the Phoenix, the great, work for him for free? What do you expect me to do? I have a
Still not very nice.
reputation. I have a very reputation to maintain. Yes.
I mean, Phoenix, listen to me. It's very easy to make things hard and very hard to make things easy.
Nothing can be more than 20 gold coins. Gold
Gotta listen
coins
to
is what
the
it matters.
It's just money.
Money matters. Money matters.
Okay. That's you, not me.
We will
Money
see how much
doesn't
you
matter.
pay, you stinky looking fart.
Watch your tongue, kid.
Whoa,
Watch your
whoa,
tongue.
don't fight, okay? I'm the biggest one here.
Yeah,
just
with a
big by
voice
size.
with a voice like that, you can be the bigger one. You can be the bigger one.
So you guys are kind of catching up, right? You guys can tell Phoenix is like, you know, on one, and Alvin, you know, you've perhaps felt a little bit of the responsibility pass from Busta onto you. And and Batrat, as you're kind of moving, I think there's an awareness where you're like, man, like I'm back. It's like sort of that kid in school that, like, you know, maybe like, you know, came back having grown up, put on, you know, some weight. He's coming back, like really kind of handling things a little bit. Like people are kind of double taking at you. And as you guys are walking down the way, you're approached by a man. He's elven, long kind of silver hair. And he kind of walks up and sort of like holds up his hand. Oh, slow, wait a minute there. Hold on. Stop the cart. Hold it. What is this?
Another low creature has arrived.
It's just a cake. We have to deliver it to the castle.
And he walks up and he kind of hears like the low creature and he kind of, you know, shoots you a glance, Phoenix. And then gives his attention back to you, Alvin. Why are you going to deliver a cake? For what? For the wedding?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
it's for the wedding.
Well, you know that not all of us here are so happy that Annabelle is getting married. So maybe, you know, you'll reconsider. Maybe we don't have to celebrate today, huh? You see him like reaching up and like trying to grab the horse's bridle and start to kind of turn it back the way you guys came.
Sir, it's my duty to carry the cake. And I shall. A good knight always carries his true. What's it called?
and as you guys do this, you guys see this like this I mean a literal dragonborn, like I mean a humanoid figure, like 2 legs, 2 arms, but the black scales of an ancient. And as he kind of steps forward, I mean the voice is ill-suited, but like the presence is undeniable. And as you step forward, Gurvanch, give me an intimidation check.
Sure. So I roll the d20. Okay, and my character sheet says... I give you a what? Sorry, can you give me... again.
Give me an intimidation roll.
Intimidation. Okay, so it's +3, and I
Sick.
roll a 7, so it comes out to be 10.
Ooh, okay. So we talk about things called difficulty challenge. That's the DC. The DC on this was 11. So you almost got there, but did not.
Okay.
Well, we all have duties to perform, don't we, knight? Mine is
Good
to uphold
job.
the will of the people.
Good job, Botrat, for making our work more difficult right now.
Finally, something this one says I can agree with. Come, we'll find a place for this back near the gate to the city. And this man who hasn't given you his name, literally is like reaching up and grabbing the bridle of this horse. And Daisy, she's a plow horse, dude. I mean, she's kind of just going, going where she's supposed to go. But you see, this gentleman, the silver of his hair, kind of, knotted back behind him, these very wide, overflowing robes, so deep set, it almost looks like the iridescence of the moon or the stars themselves. And, it's kind of like late morning, the wedding's going to be in the afternoon, but this gentleman, like the sun catching off him, starts to pull this around. And Alvin, you're seated atop this. But what would you like to do?
We have to deliver the cake for sure. It's very difficult. But what would you do?
I think I would, as a good knight who performs duties well, I would like to go back to the kingdom and deliver the cake.
But
I agree.
But thanks to you, we have to deal with this creature now.
Thanks to me.
You and your foolish voice.
Hey, easy, boys, easy.
Yo, I can't even see you. I'm so tall.
So what's... Yeah.
Around this time, you see
kinda-
a very small gnomish man kind of poke his head out.
Are you guys... Oh, you're taking the cake back? Oh, cool. Okay, no problem. Okay.
Cake's not going anywhere. Why have you all low creatures have to speak to Phoenix the Great? Can't you understand we are doing this for the gold? So can you please stop talking? I
Sorry.
don't want to hear from you, big creatures.
Oh, okay, sorry about that.
Give me an intimidation check, Phoenix.
Oh,
And if you'd like, you can also, you could, potentially try to use one of your instruments to play something to make it a little more enticing.
So, I rolled D20.
Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
Sick.
And I have a +3, so I'm on 18.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to bother anybody. I was just curious if that's what was going on,
You see this gnome who walked out and was like, "Oh wow!" He literally starts walking backwards, sort of like the way he'd come.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oh, no, there's tons of stuff I can do over here. Not a big deal.
And as that's happening, you see the this sort of elf with this long flowing hair that looks back. "Oh, that was Marty. I really don't like that guy." He looks up at you, Phoenix. "You put him in his place. Good job." And at this point, this elf literally has taken the bridle of this horse and has wheeled it back around. Ratio, you were kind of holding the reins of this, but you're seated in the top of the cart and kind of watching as this happens. I would say that you, as a wizard of the level and prowess that you are, you have what's called cantrips. And one of them, like I said, is a firebolt. It's like throwing fire. One of them, I think, is maybe the light spell. Or no, it's friends. You have friends, which can make people a little bit more sympathetic to you. And then you also have something called mage hand, which is almost like a spectral floating hand that can manipulate objects like a hand would, normally. But it can go up to 30 feet away. So those are resources at your disposal. Likewise with you, Batrat, there are abilities you have, and certainly
Right.
martial prowess. You're very dangerous in your own right, and really,
Sure.
we've seen it in action, Phoenix. A lot of your skill set is your mouth,
Talking,
your
my
verbiage.
mouth. My mouth. Okay, that
You know what I mean?
Big mouth. Big mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Put me down for manipulation as well. No, but so I more just say that because you guys have sort of pushed this guy back, but this gentleman, this long flowing kind of elf, continues to drive this cart the way that it came.
Right. Can you roll that again for me?
One more time.
Yeah, can you just say it again? I
Oh,
lost-
just that this
lost, like, 'cause
gentleman,
of the
this
internet.
one with
Yeah.
the this long-haired elf, is essentially, for whatever reason, not a fan of this wedding taking place. Doesn't want to see it take
Right.
place. Seems to be kind of standing in the way. You're not really sure why or what's going on with that, but but he basically is like, oh no, you know that Annabelle, well, if I'm being honest, she has a long history of. You see him kind of set his jaw. A long history of leading suitors on. You know, I mean, people, they get emotionally invested. Maybe they buy little trinkets, you know? And then for what? For nothing? To be ignored? There's no time to celebrate. No cake, no wedding. Come.
You
Well, your word
are
isn't that much bigger than the king's word, you know?
foolish voice. You should stop and cut me out less. That would be great. And you little creature, you are between me and my gold coins. You need to back off right now.
Me and my gold coins. I love that. Give me a performance check.
Performance check. D20. I got a 16
Oof, good.
and performance is +5, so I'm on 21.
Okay, so the DC was 13. You guys see, like, as this is kind of going back, and now, Botret has kind of come back and put a little bit more menace into their voice. And this guy, this elf, is turning back, this hair kind of catching and flipping behind him. And as he does, you guys hear the tittering of a wind flute. And as he does, like, you guys look back, you're like, Phoenix, what the fuck? And Phoenix is just like piping this flute. And there's no real call for it. It's kind of like, what's going on? But you're not sure if it's like the pace of it, the speed. Stop that. Stop playing that music. Stop it, I say. He's sort of looking around and it just like doesn't stop. Like Phoenix keeps going. This. Okay, enough. He sort of stands back. Guy, giving me the headache with that shrill piping flute. Go on, do what you will. But you won't see me celebrating, huh? And as you guys sort of go back on, I think there's a sense from you, Alvin, you're like, man, that was close. Like, that dude was driving us back. You know, Botret maybe could have stepped in and done something, but, like, I mean, that dude was dragging you back to the wall. Like, who knows what would come of that. Everyone in the party, give me either a perception or an investigation check.
Perception.
Investigation.
Yeah.
I think we should go with investigation check.
Cool.
We should
Yeah.
go with a perception. I'm on negative on investigation.
Shut up, big mouth.
And see, like, and this is a great example, guys, like, of, like, the strengths and weaknesses, right? Like,
Right. Yeah.
it's so good to have someone that's a good talker, that's a good spellcaster, that's a good, physical dude. So anyway, that's what it's all about. But yeah,
Right.
perception or investigation, your choice, and then tell me which one you chose and what you rolled.
Perception.
Great. And what'd you roll, Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm rolling. I rolled a 14, and perception is +4, so I'm on
Sweet.
18.
Sweet. 18 perception. Great. So you guys see Phoenix, like, kind of set himself and really start kind of scanning the crowd and the bridge ahead of you. What did you roll, Botrat and Alvin?
Right, so I rolled...
Okay,
Go ahead,
let's
go
go
ahead,
with
Rachel,
that.
go ahead. No, go
So,
ahead.
okay,
Creatures.
I rolled a 10 and investigation is +6, so I'm on 16.
16. Excellent. Great.
Yeah.
And what'd you roll,
I
Botrat?
rolled a 19 and I have 0 investigation.
Sick. Okay, great.
So it
Love
turns out to be
that.
9.
He doesn't need it, dude. +0. Excuse me. Okay, awesome. So you guys all rolled very, very well. As you guys are, woo,
Got a
moving
few
through
of
this space. Appreciate that, guys. You guys are kind of walking through, and it's a beautiful day. I mean, you see, I praise Annabelle. You praise the nuptials and King Adolphin. You see streamers of like orange and blue, the colors of the city of Marcine. And you guys press onward. Then this beautiful kind of thoroughfare. I mean, some people are kind of throwing flowers. You see the occasional like child kind of, tucking behind his or her mother's skirts. As you guys pass by where this gnome was, you see that they have like a wand out and they're like casting a spell themselves, almost like they're practicing. Like,
I can do magic too. I'm not a loser. They can talk to me like I'm a loser, but I'm not. Oh shit!
you see him like look up and see you guys and like feel super embarrassed that he's like casting a spell on his own in an alley. He lets you guys walk by. And as you guys pass with those investigation and perception checks.
And a random cat appears from the zone.
Yeah.
I have to throw him away.
Yes, please. The animal husbandry is strong.
Can take care of anything. Low creature with their low pet animals.
So, as you guys are approaching, you guys see walking down the middle of the street, a cape flowing behind him, this enormous tabaxi, a man that looks almost like a lion, almost looks like a tiger, humanoid, big snout, ears, fur, has hands, and is wearing like human clothing, like these wide sashes, these huge belts, and has two curved swords jutting up over either of his shoulders.
Well, boys, come back in town, have we?
And this is actually someone you know. This is Ralphie the Red. Kind of an asshole.
Right.
Phoenix, you guys and him like didn't get along too well. This was the guy that like always wanted to be part of y'all's gang, wasn't, and like never left the city of Marcine. You know what I mean? Like you guys went out, you lived your lives, you had some adventures. He's been here the whole time. Like Ralphie is here, you know?
Yeah, he's here.
So you guys come up.
Well,
It's you again, huh?
it is. I see your voice has gotten a little bit deeper, Batrat. Cool. Maybe you keep it up someday, you'll sound as cool and as suave as me, Ralphie. He kind of looks over at you guys. So, you come back for the wedding, huh?
Yeah, Ralph. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Yo, Alvin, haven't seen you in a minute, dude. You still doing that magic shit?
Yeah, I was kind of practicing it, but how about you, Ralph?
And you creature are still in the area and haven't
Hey,
left
hey,
into
hey, not
the
creature,
real
dude. It's
world.
Ralphie. It's Ralphie the Red. Phoenix. Okay?
Okay.
Phoenix the okay. I'm not going to call you the Great. I'm not going to call you the Great. I'm not going to do it.
It's okay. It's okay to not call me
This
the
one.
great.
You know, and he kind of like, you see him kind of like stretch, but what he's really doing is like trying to show off his arms and his scimitars. He's like kind of like jiggling the handles a little bit. Well, I hear that most adventuring parties, they have 4 people, usually. And I'm not too good at math, but I see you guys only have 3 unless the horse is your 4th.
We
Wait, what do you mean?
we
Ralph? What do you
definitely
mean?
need a 4th guy, but we
Great.
won't have enough space for you and your ego.
Wow. That cuts like a knife, especially coming from an arrogant ass like you, Phoenix. I don't know how you guys put up with him. Come on.
Tells a guy who has more muscles than his brains.
He's like not sure if he should be offended by that. He's like not. He's like, yeah, you're right. Like he kind of misses it.
Instead, I'm the muscular guy on the team.
Well, that's fine. I didn't come here to beg for your friendship. All right, I came here to just let you know that a lot of people asked me to join their crew. I'm considering my options, so not a problem.
Joining a farm is not joining.
It's not a farm, dude. It's not a farm. It's a group of heroes. They protect
who work
farms.
on a farm. Who
Wait,
work on a
wait,
farm.
guys, wait. Hey, Phoenix, listen. I think we should add him.
You
I think we
think
No,
this
let's
guy?
vote. Let's vote. You know, let's vote.
I say
I think
we
we
should not.
I'm in.
We should.
And I think we should not too.
This low creature.
You
does
see at
not
that point,
belong.
Ralphie's like, I think we should. So it's 2-2.
Hey Ralph, can you just wait there? Can you just wait?
I can wait. I've been waiting my whole life for this moment. I'll wait a couple of minutes
Yeah.
more.
A wannabe of the city.
You see him like try to like kind of be casual. He like stretches again, but he takes out both of his scimitars and kind of starts like juggling them. Oh my god. So there's a d20. I just rolled a natural 1. You see he's like kind of looking back at you guys, and like the second or third toss, he like misses it, and it just cleaves. Like it like absolutely opens up and draws blood. He's like, oh shit. He picks up his scimitars. Sorry, they're very sharp weapons. Like as you can see, imagine me doing that to an enemy. It would kill them, maybe.
I think our fourth guy would be a doctor.
Well, that's no. You don't want a doctor. You want someone that can open up wounds.
And open up our bodies and pack them into pieces if that's what you want. Yeah, I'm against you joining the party.
Fine. That's okay. Not a big deal. Maybe there will come a time where I can prove my worth to you. But I want you to know
That you're still working in the farm, please.
No, I'm not working in the farm, okay? I'm working private security. There's a lot of people,
You can add to the team when my voice actually gets deeper, you know?
Yeah, I've been waiting that my whole life, Batrat.
Of course. That's the point.
I mean, you have a beautiful singing voice. I'll give you that. It's extremely elegant, like a young Italian boy, to be honest.
Good try.
Like the castrati
Guys,
of old.
can we hurry this up? My gold coins are waiting for me.
All right, very
I
well.
do not want.
But I want you to know that, well, there has been a bit of an issue. There's been some dogs that have been terrorizing the area of the market. I don't know who let them loose or what's going on, but that cake looks awfully delicious. So keep your head on a swivel.
Wait. What dogs you're talking about?
Well, just that, wild dogs. I think one of them, I don't know, maybe they were once wolves? Jackals? I'm not sure. But they've been hanging around the bridge and the docks, and, well, I mean, I took it upon myself to kind of beat one up and kind of drive it back with the edge of my blade. But I figure a couple...
So you say they were wolves, and they've been hanging in the city like you.
No,
so now they have
that's not
become
true.
Dogs.
That's not true. They could be wolves, all right? They could be wolves. They could have descended from them, is my point. And he's really on his heels, Phoenix. Like, you can tell he's like, oh, shit. No, what happened was I came back and, well, you know, there were these dogs, and I went and I drove them back, but some of them were a bit scary. And so I figured, you know what, I'm going to go have lunch, and I'll come back and I'll deal with this later. It had nothing to do with fear. It had nothing to do with me working on a farm, okay? It was all about me trying to pick my moment and not be reactionary. And in the distance you hear he's like, Right. Okay, I should go freshen up before the wedding. Oh, shit. Very well. He kind of looks at you, Phoenix, and grimaces. And then he kind of looks hopefully at you, Alvin, and then to you, Batrat. Well, if you guys change your mind, I am amenable.
We know here where to find you.
Yes, you do.
We know where to find you.
You do. It's
You
here.
take care, Elf. You
Okay.
take care. We'll see you soon.
I will. Thank you so much. Alvin, be well. All of you. And you guys just sort of like trundle by him. And as you're going, it's like, okay, yes, great. Great. Not a big deal. You guys continue on. Awesome.
And don't become a minced meat.
Yeah. And he's just sort of like standing behind you like, very well, I'll be here. There's plenty I could do. Not a big deal. Totally fine. Tons that I could do. I'm not jealous. I'm not lonely either. I'm not lonely. And as you guys press, you're now kind of like, sorry, let me get some of this off. You're almost like halfway, across this bridge-ish. And I mean, you guys are locals to Marcy, man. You grew up here. You spent, the first 12, 15 years of your life. I mean, it's a beautiful place. This area, like I said, is kind of like Main Street. It's where a lot of the shops are, a lot of kind of the vendors, the markets, etc. There's also a very nice, what is essentially a brass factory, a factory that creates all these like fittings, rings, buttons, small little cappings for materials or machines. And even now you see it kind of like, sputtering this smoke from the top of it. As you guys approach this area, these, amalgamations and almost like a maze of different copper tubes and connectors. And it's a very familiar smell. I mean, that smell of like sulfur and like heated metal. That kind of like sharp metallic scent. And as you guys are maybe feeling a bit of nostalgia, you guys see rushing forward a very large human man who just comes rushing from one of these center
kind of sheds an outward. Oh, help me, masters! Oh my God, the factory, it's been overrun. He comes like panting out. You see he's got like a very simple tattered shirt, suspenders, a huge belly. It looks to be in his early 40s, a human male. Oh my God, help me. He looks back. Well, you guys seem right proper calm, don't you? That's fine. No need to get worked up. He looks back. I'm afraid that the whole copper factory's gonna go kablooey. Something's going on in there. I don't know what it is. Is it an animal? Is it a seal? Is it a ghost? I couldn't proper tell you. But masters, please, help me. I'm fearing for my life. And he's sort of like rushing up to you, Batret. He's like a couple inches shorter than you, but he's like enormous, dude. And he's just like putting his hands on you, begging. This guy seems like desperate. Give me either an insight or a medicine check, Batret.
Sure. I'll give you a medicine check. So it's 0 again, as usual. Okay, thank you. And if I roll a d20, it comes out to be 9.
Okay, so total of 9. Great. So you look at him, and there's a little bit of like, damn, like, you know, like he's a little sallow in the face. He looks dehydrated. This guy doesn't look like he takes good care of himself at all.
Right.
But there's a panic to him that is a little bit strange. Like, you're not sure if it's justified or what's going on. He keeps looking back to where the factory is, which is like, you know, right about here. But if you guys would like to investigate, you can. If you'd like to ask him, you know, any further questions, you can. But
you guys are not planning to help another person. We are getting
just
late.
hold on, Phoenix. Hold on. He's in
Desperate
pain.
enough. We should go. We should have
Our
them.
gold coin waits.
You can have
Just
my
hold
ones.
on a second.
Don't worry.
Hold
I
on a
can give you
second.
mine.
Yeah, I will give you mine too. Just hold on a second. So, Mister, what's your name?
my name's Bob. Yeah, they call me Big Bob or Bobo sometimes. But, yeah, I'm the foreman here in this factory, and he keeps sort of looking back. He's like, I don't know what it was, but I heard a rattling and sort of a tumble in there. And then, well, the steam started coming out. And you can, like, hear right now. Give me another perception or investigation check out of you guys.
Okay, I will do
Phoenix.
perception. I can do perception. 1 second.
Sure.
D20. I got a 14, and
Sweet.
my perception is +4, so 18.
Awesome. Okay, incredible.
I don't roll small numbers.
Yeah, you're killing it, dude. We need that. And what did the rest of you guys roll? Investigation or
Okay.
perception?
What are you giving, like, Batra?
I'm gonna go for investigation.
Great.
Yeah, and it's going to roll a 0 again.
And I
This
rolled
guy.
a 4. What the hell?
Yeah, it's tough. Welcome to D&D. So you're like, he's like up on you right now, Batra. His hands are on you. They're on your
Right.
armor. You're kind of like, dude, don't touch me. As that's happening, Phoenix, you're sort of looking past and taking in this area. And Alvin, what did you roll?
I'm rolling. It's wait. I mean, what I'm rolling an investigation. Investigation is 16 right now,
Great.
and I rolled a 3. So it's total of 19.
Okay, wait. Now, the investigation should be plus like 6, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think it should be
Right.
+6.
So did you
It
roll
should
a
be plus
3 on the
6.
die?
Yeah. It's a 3.
Okay, great, cool. So add that, total would be 9. So we've got a 9, a 6, and I think a 19. So
19.
a little bit spread all over the place. As that's happening, it almost happens too fast. Like, you guys hear the steam and the shaking of this copper plant. When you see it before the rest of you guys do, Phoenix, and you start to react, as you see tumbling out of this copper comes this enormous 4-legged figure. And at first you're like, oh shit, that's one of the dogs that Ralphie was talking about. Until you see its snout. It's not a dog. It's an enormous rat. And as it charges out, oh God, no! You see him lunge backwards. There's another one that comes tumbling out at the same speed. And as you guys are kind of moving, and Bob is stumbling back to try to create space, I need all of you to roll initiative. So, we're about to enter a sequence that's going to be combat, okay? You could die.
Right.
This could be deadly. But the way that we treat combat in D&D, anytime you reach a situation where, you know, the timing is super important. Like, you might want to do something before this person does something, so we're going to try to figure it all out at once. That's called initiative.
Sure.
So what's going to happen is you're going to roll a d20, and at the very top of your player sheet, it should have a little square that says initiative. So everyone roll a d20 for me. And
Wait, where top? Oh, where?
like
Yeah,
on the first sheet,
initiative,
it should
yeah,
say
yeah,
initiative.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Batra, you go
Okay.
first. Roll a
I
d20.
rolled. I'm good in
Okay.
initiative. I rolled.
So
I
so
rolled.
What
Go.
was it?
I rolled. I got a 15, and my initiative is +3.
let's go,
So
dude. That's
it's
so
on
good.
18.
Okay, 18.
I'm good.
Phoenix, you are
This
crushing
guy's on
it.
fire, bro.
We need it, dude. Well, phoenixes are flaming
literally.
birds. It makes sense.
Literally.
But Batra, what did you roll?
Okay, so I rolled 11, and my initiative is +1, so it comes out to
Sweet,
12.
12. Awesome. Okay, and what did you roll, Alvin?
I rolled 11 and my initiative is 0, so it's 11.
11. Perfect. And yo, welcome, Root. Bugles up for Ledge. Yes, dude. This is the cast of Forecast. Excellent dudes,
Yes, sir.
excellent streamers and creators themselves, and just rad dudes. But it's their first time playing D&D. So they've been super generous with me to come in. They're just being thrown to the wolves. But right now they're in the midst of trying to accompany the king's daughter's wedding cake across this bridge in the center of a city. Yo, Fuzka, love you, girl. But they are essentially being accosted by a group of rats. So hang on to your butts, gang.
Yes.
Big rats.
So that's going to be one of them. One of
Hello.
them is there. 15 is rat 2.
Gonna go like Mike Tyson on this one.
Wow. Okay, here we go. So here's how it's going to go, guys. In initiative,
Okay.
you
Alright.
each take your own turn. Fuzka, I loved y'all stream last night, by the way. Fuzka is an incredible DM, and they streamed last night, and they did a Halloween theme. So everyone was in
Damn.
an incredible costume. It was a blast. Okay, so
Nice.
this will be Batrat, and this will be Alvin. Okay, so gang, the way initiative works, you all roll, right? And that dexterity check, that initiative check, is more or less being like, how fast do you react to the danger? So
Right.
one of the rats reacted very quickly. He reacted with a 21.
Right.
Close behind that was Phoenix, right? Who just saw it from the back, was like, oh, snap, not on my watch. Are you looking at me? and so we're going to go one at a time to basically be like, how do you guys want to react to this situation, okay?
Okay.
And I know it's your first time, so we'll talk through it, and we'll just
Sure.
deal with it as it comes. These rats are fucking huge, dude. I mean, 4 feet long, about 2 feet off the ground. There's a second where you're like,
Holy.
is this what Ralphie was talking about? Did that idiot think these were dogs? Or are there actually dogs? Okay, I don't know. He's cut. He's not part of the group. But as that happens, you see this thing just run and just dive towards you, Batra.
Right. So what's my
And,
reaction?
So you are basically just watching as this thing comes and tries to attack you. And sorry, I had the wrong stat block up. This is a great taste of me being a DM, which is me just being like, hold, wait. Okay. Dude, that's a 19 to hit. So what's your
Right.
armor class? It says AC at
Armor
the top of the
class.
sheet.
Okay. It's 18.
It's
Yeah,
18. Okay, so that's a very high AC. It's hard to hit you because you have armor,
Right.
you have a shield. You raise the shield, but he rolled a 19. So as you're trying to bring this shield down, this rat just pivots and just lunges at you with its teeth and connects,
Right.
dealing 4 points of piercing damage. So
Okay.
you have a number of hit points. I think it's 11. So you just took 4 points of damage.
Right.
So take that 11 and subtract 4. So you guys
Okay,
watch.
so I just type with 7.
Exactly. You guys watch this
Okay.
rat come up and just snap down. As that's happening, it's going to be Phoenix's turn. So Phoenix, you are right here. You see these two rats that have come out of nowhere. You see Bob's like, oh God, no, help me, that's them. They're fucking up the plant. And he's sort of like pushing back from you in a terror. But what would you like to do? And I know I just asked you, but every single character on their turn in combat, you have movement, which is your speed. I think for all of you it's 30 feet, but if you check at the top of your sheet, it says speed or movement. So you
Right.
have 30 feet of movement, you have an action, and you have a bonus action. Now, an action can be pretty much anything. It can be a weapon attack. It can be I try to shove this person down. It can be I try to dodge to make it harder for them to hit me. You can use your action to dash, which means you take your speed and you double it.
Right.
Or you can use an action to cast a spell or do something like that. So you are a bard. A lot of your kind of like, action and efficacy usually comes from like verbal manipulation, like casting a spell. Yo, kids, I love you. Thank you so much for stopping by, truly. Or from getting in there with your sword and trying to stab somebody. So you can do anything you'd like. What would you like to do, Phoenix?
I would like to cast a shield spell, maybe.
Okay.
To protect.
Okay, great. Now, so look up a shield spell real quick. And this is also like a great taste of what it is. What it is to just like, play D&D. Which is a ton of like, what the fuck does that spell do? Wait a minute, what was that? How do I do this? So if you go to that, man, you'll see, and I'm pulling up y'all sheets as well so I can be a little bit more helpful with it.
Thank you.
But if you see, shibbity beep beep, so Phoenix.
Oh wait, this. I don't.
So if you go to the bottom there, you have 4 spells. You have Charm Person, Cure Wounds, Silvery Barbs, and Earth Tremor.
Yeah, Earth Tremor is a shield spell, if I'm not wrong.
Well, Earth Tremor is like where you cast a spell and there's this appreciate it for there's a pop or there's this. It's almost like you reach out and pick a point in the earth, and 5 feet all around it, the earth just pulsates. The Earth Tremor spell can knock creatures down, and it can deal damage. And this is a great lesson for you as well, Alvin, because you're kind of a spellcaster, right? And I know that this is like throwing a ton of like Swahili at you, where it's like, what? What did you say?
What's happening again?
yeah, you guys are doing great. Trust me. Like the hardest part of playing D&D is the first session, where you're like, the fuck? but bear with me. So Phoenix, you and Ratio are spellcasters. You can see on the second sheet that I attached for your character is like the magic, is the spell, right? So there's one section that's called cantrips. That's more or less like a level 0. That's the easiest spell there is. You guys are very proficient. It's you're comfortable. You can cast a cantrip 100 times a day. It's something you can almost do without thinking. So, for example, Ratio, you have Vicious Mockery, which is a cantrip where you basically insult a creature and potentially deal damage to them. That's like how powerful your words are. You also have spells, which I just described, like Charm Person, Cure Wounds, Earth Tremor, etc. If you look next to the spells, they have spell level 1, and then they have spell slots 2, right? So both Ratio and Phoenix, you guys have cantrips that you can cast an infinite amount of times, but you also have spells. And right now, each of you only has 2 spell slots. So if you're going to cast a spell, just know that you can only cast 2 of them unless it's a cantrip. So, Phoenix the Great, you guys have just walked by this area, right? I think you're a little bit like, man, fuck this cake, but like, I'm with the gold, okay? I'm trying to get paid, and maybe the king's daughter, maybe she calls off the wedding, maybe I have a shot, who knows? But in this moment, you see Bob running out of this copper factory fearing for his life, and out of that comes not a group of dogs, but a group of giant fucking rats. One of them has lunged at Botchrat. He's like, oh no! You see him sort of lunge back, but this attack takes purchase. I mean, it rakes across the front of his chest and armor. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm trying. I'm going for the Earth Tremor.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
that-
So if you look up the specifics of Earth Tremor, it says that you pick a point within range, right? Are you looking at it just out of curiosity? And you don't need to, but I mean sometimes it's helpful.
No, I'm just checking if I can.
And I'll
find it.
actually drop this in the chat real quick, which will, viewership, this is going to make it wonky. But that is for you right there. In any of you, like Ratio, if you want to just Google Wizard Spell List D&D, that will give you a feel for, like you can look up your cantrips and your spells and get a feel for it. But Earth Tremor, and again, thank you so much, audience, for coming through. We love hanging with you. But this is also hopefully somewhat educational for like what D&D is. So let me just drop this in so we can all kind of take it in for a brief second. So Earth Tremor.
Yeah,
So
that sounds very cool.
dude,
and
it's
I
sick.
only do cool stuff.
So, so I was slightly incorrect in that you don't pick a point. Okay, this just happens. Like you cast this spell, and tremoring out from you, Phoenix, comes this pulse of energy. So if you want to try to hit people with this spell, you're going to have to run up to them. Each of these squares is 5 feet. So right now you are right here. If you look at the owlbear.
Yep.
So if you cast Earth Tremor, it's going to be a 10-foot radius from where you're centered. Meaning that if you cast it here,
Yeah. I can cast it till Batra, not ahead of him.
you could, like this right here is the area that will be affected. So the only people that would be affected right now would be Botrit, your horse Daisy, and Bob the foreman.
Okay.
Right? And
I might have to dash.
exactly. So you've got 30 feet of movement, right?
Yeah. So wait, 30 feet movement. Where is my movement?
And if you look at it like these are 5-foot squares, right? So you could go really anywhere. You could move anywhere within a realm of right about like here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's a good feel for like where you could get to.
Damn. Yeah, I can.
And if you dashed, that would change to 60 feet and would go out even longer. But if you dash, that's your action, and you can't cast a spell. or
Can't
attack.
cast a spell.
Exactly.
I would not dash because it is in my zone. So I might not have to dash, and I would rather go close using my movements.
Heck yeah, let's
So-
go. Phoenix the Great in play.
So my move. Wait, why do I not see movements? Shit. Once again. Where is movements again?
Oh, it's at the very top of your sheet, but your movement is 30 feet.
Spade.
Oh yeah, my movement is.
And after this, it's going to be a couple rats, and then it's going to be Botrat and Alvin.
Wait, how do you run close? Like, what should I do? I'm confused.
No, you're good, you're good. So ask me what your question is, Phoenix.
So, should I like? How do I go close? How do I move? How do I move? If I have a lot of energy, how am I supposed
Yeah.
to move close to the rat?
You're like, let me dance. So
Yeah.
if you click on the owlbear, you can actually select your character and just move them like this, right?
Okay.
So you can just drag them across. But you started
okay.
here, and you've got 30 feet of movement, so you can also show me on the map. There's a little icon that looks like a teardrop on the right side. And if you click on
Yeah.
that, it's basically like a laser pointer. So if you click on that, you can show me on the map where you want to go.
Here. Can you see?
Yes, perfect. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So bam, so you're coming up right next to Botred and this rat.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'm focused. Don't break my focus.
Oh, shoot. And you want to cast Earth Tremor.
Earth Tremor.
Okay.
Let's go.
Now, just a heads up, and I think you would know this, but if you cast Earth Tremor here, it will affect Botred as well. But you could
But
come,
that-
you could come like here and do it,
Oh yeah.
right?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that would.
So you come just around the outside and you cast Earth Tremor. And describe to us, Phoenix, what this looks like in this moment as Phoenix the Great comes. Yeah, I'm an
This
Albert.
looks. Yeah. So I'm like standing, and there is lots of aura coming out of my feet, and alongside there are a little bit of rocks coming out, and like the earth is starting to shake around me.
Amazing.
And I'm like fully focused, about to launch the attack.
Absolutely love it. So as you guys see it, like it's as he describes it, each footfall. And as he steps closer, these pebbles and stones are vibrating and then shaking before the earth itself erupts around Phoenix's feet. So some spells, Phoenix, you roll to attack, but a spell like this, it's called a save. So again, if we go back and like read the specifics, and this is just educational, each creature other than you in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. So if you go to your second sheet, what is your spell save DC?
I'm sorry, it's like a spell save DC 13.
13, great. So earlier, whenever I had Gravanch like try to persuade someone, the DC was 11, right? That means the difficulty of your spell is 13. So he's going to make a dex save with this D20, and he has to roll a 13 or higher to not get affected by the spell. Here we go.
Okay.
He rolled a natural
17.
2. So a 2 plus
Okay.
something, but it's not going to get to 13. Okay, so he rolled I think a 4. So go ahead and roll 1d6.
1d6. I rolled a 1. Okay, I'm losing numbers. I got a 1.
A 1. Okay, I got it. Okay, so you did 1 point of damage. Love it. Sorry, let me just get this back up. Here we go. Great. Great. So you do 1 point of damage. I love it. 1, okay.
So I
I
come
could
down to
throw
6
a
now.
rock on his face and it would do more damage.
Yeah, well, but he also, as this earth erupts, this entire area becomes difficult terrain. So this whole area, 5, 10, becomes difficult terrain.
Wait, why can't I see?
Oh wait, can you guys not see?
This
Oh.
Yeah, we
flat
can see it.
nut-
We can see it.
I clicked the
Yeah, we
wrong
can
thing.
see it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I like don't. Yeah, sometimes Albert like just confuses the heck out of me. Okay, perfect. So this entire area is just broken rock, meaning that it's difficult terrain. The name of an excellent actual play here on Twitch. But that means difficult terrain means that movement is more difficult to get through it. So something that would normally take you 5 feet of movement now takes 10 feet to get through. Another effect is this rat gets knocked prone. So you see it fails the dexterity save and it like collapses, getting thrown to the ground, meaning that it's easier for people to hit it and it's harder for it to hit people until it gets up off
Back,
the ground.
right.
Okay, so the first one attacks.
Okay.
Phoenix reacts. We then see the second rat. And it's just going to 5, 10, and then difficult terrain. It's barely able to get there, but it's going to get there, and it's going to lunge at you. And it rolled another fucking 2. This thing just like snaps forward, and as it does, Phoenix the Great sees it and just the smallest trimmer from your flute. Anna, get in here. Happy to have you. But as you play this flute, it's this sharp trilling, and the rat just pulls back. Its brain affected, and its attack missing. And that brings us to someone you didn't see. Emerging, moving extremely slowly, is a third and very chunky rat. You see this rat's like... And it seems to like sort of be indifferent on whether or not they should be attacking. But it will be 5, 10, 15, 20. And you see it's going to run up. In first, this thing is huge. Like, it's an albino rat, but it's portulent. Like, this is like a rat that has been overfed to the max. Daisy is not liking this, but this rat is going to try to kill your horse. And that's an awful roll. Misses with a 9. You see, like, this horse... Daisy kind of is pulling back, like, fighting against the cart, but this rat's like... and does what it can. Missing horribly. That will bring us to you, Botrit. And then Alvin after that. So you have seen these rats come out of nowhere. Bob is kind of freaking out. Phoenix has come up and made the earth erupt around you. But what would you like to do, Botrit?
Come on.
Okay, so there's like a rat in front of me, right? That's
Yeah,
like
it's been knocked on the ground actually.
turned
So
up?
if you
Yeah.
attacked it, you would have what's called advantage.
right. So I want to do that. I want to finish them one by one.
I love it. Okay, so rip on this bad boy. So
Right.
anytime you roll with advantage, it means you roll 2 d20s instead of 1, and you
Okay.
take the higher number. So since your buddy Phoenix used this spell and the rat got knocked prone, you are now pulling out your longsword and attacking with advantage. So roll 2 d20s and take
Right.
the higher number.
Okay, so I got an 11
On the first roll?
and I got a 19. Yeah.
Sweet. So we'll take the 19. But then you're attacking and you're proficient. So in the middle of your
Right.
sheet, it should have longsword plus probably 5, maybe 6.
That's 5.
Sweet. So you rolled a 24, dude. Love it. So you guys see for the first time, like, maybe Botchrat isn't the best at investigating, okay? Maybe they're not too skilled at persuading. But whenever it comes to unsheathing weapons and bopping people, Botchrat knows what's up.
Yeah, he knows also.
This longsword is just unsheathed, and as it does, it flashes forward in this just, blinding black energy. And as it strikes forward, it connects, piercing the center of this overturned rat. Roll a d8 and add 3 to it.
Sure. A D8.
Ooh,
Okay, got a
That's
4
getting-
and plus 3. That comes to be 7, right?
Dude.
Why do you roll so
That's
low
scary.
numbers?
Well, no, and it only could go up to 8. It was the d8. But what is the what does it look like, Botchrat, as you come in and drive your sword into this thing, killing it?
Right. Okay, so basically when I hit the rat, it kind of like there's like a flood of blood just falls over all around, right? So it's like blood all over,
Love it.
and then it's still kind of sticking onto my sword. So I'm trying to get rid of it.
I don't think there's one for low bits. Excellent. Just getting to that. Botchrat, I love that. As you sort of drive it in, you feel the sword catch, and you guys watch, you're like, did
Yeah.
he get it? And this thing is like, you still see it
Yeah.
moving, but the only reason it's moving is because Botchrat is moving his sword. As he unsheathes it, there's this arc of blood that just cascades behind you before landing all over Bob. Oh no, why? It's in my mouth! You see him sort of reacting like honestly, he's had a tough day. Hopefully this wedding, has an open bar, some sort of something to kind of give Bob a way back
good
to the
time.
land of happiness. Now, you used your action to attack, Botchrat. You still have a bonus action, and you still have movement if you'd like to move.
Right.
So anything you'd like to do.
Right. I would like to actually move behind the big one, like the rat that came at the third.
Awesome. So maybe you come
Yeah.
around this side, something like that.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, awesome. So you've kind of like cornered this guy as you sort of, flash forward with this long sword. The fat one's like,
Right. Okay.
seems completely nonplussed. That will bring us to Alvin. Alvin, you're on top of the cart itself. You see Daisy rearing back from this rat attack. Phoenix has just opened up the earth around you. Botchrat has just carved open and killed one of the other rats. What would you like to do?
we have the third rat, right?
Yeah, well, there's 2 rats still here. Yeah.
2 rats.
There's still 2 rats. Okay. I would like to help the bat rat first because that rat is huge. So why not the bigger fish? Why not the bigger fish first,
Sure.
and then for the small fish?
Sure.
If you know what I mean.
Totally.
Yeah.
So you've got this fat rat in your corners. It's about 5 feet away from you. What would you like to do? You have a dagger. You also, as a wizard, are, typically attacking with magic, etc. But yeah, how do you think Alvin would react in this situation? What would they do?
First of all, Alvin will get off the this cart,
Cool.
the wooden cart, and then he he starts spelling some spells.
Awesome, I love
Spells,
it.
or you can say something like that. But whenever he spells something, his eyes got red, as in they're shining. As you can see, lights in his. How can I say this? Like his eyes got red, like
Yeah.
reddish,
Glowing red.
with lights in glowing red. Yeah, it's glowing red.
Got it. Yeah, heck
And-
yeah.
Yeah, because he has learned all of these spells and he's very serious about them. So he wanna help Petret, like getting down of the cart and then spelling a cast.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So
How about
good.
it?
Yeah, exactly, Phoenix. Yeah, exactly. That's how I had to do it. Yeah, Vogel, we got him. The so if you have that wizard spell list, right, and if you look
Yeah,
at
I
your
do.
sheet, you have those cantrips. You also have 2 spells. So the only offensive ones. Let me bring it up real quick. I think you have Burning Hands. You also have a spell called Magic Missile. Both of those can do damage. So those would kind of be the 2 leads. But you also have a cantrip, which is called a Firebolt, where you sort of just like throw a burst of fire. Yeah. You use the spell called Pesticide.
I got the joke late.
And he's supposed to be the great one.
I
Yeah.
am.
So-
I am. I just don't take jokes from low creatures.
Sure. No, that's okay. That's totally understandable.
So should I spell a cast? Like
Yeah.
from-
Which one would you like to cast?
I would like to go with magic missiles.
Magic Missiles, epic. And just a bit of lore, that's like one of the oldest spells in D&D. It's been around for a long ass time. Magic Missile automatically hits. It means that you essentially summon 3 missiles, cast them out, and send them towards a target. So roll me 3d4, and then add 3 to
Bam.
it.
3d4.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 2. 2,
Cool.
4,
Wow. So right now you're at 8,
2, 2, 4. Yes,
and
I'm
then
at 8.
plus 3, right? So 11.
Yeah.
Damn. The fat one had 11 exactly, dude.
Oh.
So describe to us what this looks like in this moment, Alvin. As like you sort of take a moment, you brush aside and you step down from the cart and then you cast this
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, like Elvin get off the cart, and when he's getting to start the spells, his eyes got a red glowing, and he's very very angry at these rats. He's very very mad at them because we all had a mission to deliver the cake, and now this is happening. This is these things are getting in the way.
Yeah.
So now he's spelling the cast like that and something like that with the glowing and the angry eyes, and all the 3 missiles are behind him, like
yeah.
getting ready to just hit the rats.
Fuck yeah.
You
The
know what I mean.
Valorant's coming out.
Dude, I love that. And you guys see, like, I mean, Alvin has been not only the kindest of the group, but has been the most calm. You know what I mean? Like, clearly seems like to be taking this seriously, wants to deliver this on behalf of the king, on behalf of the people. But as these eyes flare up, they almost cast a shadow in front of him. And you guys see swirling, just gathering, is this dark energy that moves white to black to red to white to black. And as it coalesces, it sharpens into 3 points that fly forward, exploding into this rat. The last one breaks it open, sending these bits of gore. And at the last one, 1 missile, 2 missile, the 3rd missile, the rat just goes before it's burst asunder and spent splittering all over the pavement. Some of this botch rat like gores on top of your armor, spraying in front of
Right.
you. But that brings us then to the top of the round. This rat is dead. So Phoenix, it is your turn again. You are in a sphere of rubble. You have this 3rd and last rat that's like sort of trying to press back, seeing its 2 fellows killed. What would you like to do?
Do I even need to kill him? I'm Phoenix the Great. I can speak some rubbish to him and he would die. In such
You know
a
what? You
position.
can use
I can wait. I
vicious
can
mockery.
use
You could mock
vicious
it.
mockery. Yeah, I can use vicious mockery. I should use vicious mockery.
Okay, love it.
I
So
will
so
use
so what are you
vicious mockery.
saying to this rat? Like what are these words? What does it look like? This vicious mockery.
Random Hindi words.
Okay, yeah, tell it to me in Hindi for sure. It'll be more dangerous.
तेरे दोस्त तो मर गए. अब तेरा क्या होगा कालिया?
Let's-
I cannot
Roughly
convert
translate
that
it.
in English.
Roughly translate. Wait, I'll do that. Roughly translated as my friends are dead. How will you?
His friends.
get to live?
His
His
friends
Yes,
are
friends
dead.
are dead,
dude.
and how are you going to survive?
Yo, give that to me again in Hindi.
सब तो मर गए.
सब
अब
तो
तेरा क्या होगा कालिया?
I mean, chat, does that not sound cold as fuck? Like that's cold, dude. That's very, very,
For
very,
those-
very cold.
That's cold for those who do not know Hindi.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey
That's
man,
the
I'll
worst
take it. I
line
love
you
it.
can come up with.
I'm like, is that
telling you.
dwarvish? That's good. Okay, that's awesome.
I'm telling you, that's the worst line you can come up with. That's not even cool.
Batshit, I love it. Okay, so you guys hear this like strange foreign tongue that only you guys know to be Hindi, and as it's sort of like just coming out of you, cascading these words, the rat's like and sort of pressing backwards. It's going to make a wisdom save to see whether or not it succeeds. Ooh, it rolled a natural 16 plus 0. So you insult it, but this rat's heard worse, dude. It's heard worse. And as it's sort of snaring and kind of your spell save DC is a 13. So it rolled a 16 and just sort of shook off. Let me make sure though that it's not. No, it is wisdom. Okay, great. So unfortunately, the spell has no effect, but you still have movement and you still have a bonus action. And we haven't talked too much about this, Phoenix, but part of what makes you so great is something called bardic inspiration. So you, I think up to 3 times a day, can essentially inspire someone around you. And whenever you do that, they get to add a d6 to whatever roll they make. So if you want, you can use your bonus action to bardically inspire someone else. Or you can, not. You can wait, you can do something else.
Damn. Okay, I'm in a clutch situation. I think I should use it. We should go all in today. We are going all in.
Let's
we
do
are
it.
using our bardic inspiration.
Let's do it. So who would you like to
Let's go.
inspire and how would you like to do it?
Like who can I inspire? Like
Really any creature. So you could inspire, one of your
horse.
companions. You could inspire Bob. You could inspire
Yeah.
the rat for no reason. That wouldn't be a good move, but you could.
okay. Then I think
Inspire the horse.
no, that he would
Run
die.
faster, Daisy.
Am I allowed to give suggestions? Am I allowed
Yeah,
to give
yeah. I mean, this
suggestions?
is especially the first time. Like, let's talk about it. We're learning how to play. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Phoenix, I think you should go. You should go and inspire the Bob because he's the most underconfident man.
Okay. So this
Trust
I
me.
go in focus mode and I'm going
Thank
to
you so much, Jay
inspire
Shetty,
Bob.
for that.
I'm going to inspire Bob. Bob, you can do this. You can take this rat alone. Go for it.
That is so
Now he's
good.
inspired, I guess. It
Yeah.
should be inspired.
So that is amazing. And you guys have seen, like, we rolled kind of at the top of the round. And as that's happening, as we're coming back to Phoenix, a couple things happen. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hey, I heard the sounds of shouting. And you hear Ralphie. Hang on. Wait a minute. We're a gang, right? We're a foursome, right? Oh shit, did you pick Bob? Did Bob become part of your gang, guys? That's kind of bullshit. He can barely attack anything. And he runs up, and as he does that, Bob's like, no, wait, actually, I'm feeling a bit more sure of myself. You see him, like, pull up on his pants and, like, shorten his suspenders and pull out what appears to be, like a crowbar, almost. It's, like, a wide, like, wooden stave. It's like, Bob, have you had that the whole time? Like, what is that?
Whole time?
Wait a minute. I'll beat him like I do one of my flour bags. And he starts coming forward. 5. This is difficult terrain, but he can just get up. And Bob's like a big guy, but he's like a gentle giant. And as he comes up,
Gentle giant.
he's going to roll to attack. Now, he just has the commoner stat block. Come on, Bob. Fuck yeah.
Come on.
That's a natural 17 plus 2, but we have a bardic inspiration. Ooh, I'm going to save that for the damage, actually. So check this out. He comes and he attacks. He hits with the stave. It would normally only do 3 points of damage. But Phoenix the Great gave him a D6. So that's a 3 plus 2. Fuck. So he does 5 points of damage. This rat just gets clobbered in the center. Looks like this thing almost gets knocked out, but still is somewhat upright from the attack of that blow. It is now alive, and it's going to lunge at you out of desperation, trying to kill you. That's a natural 1. You see, Phoenix, the rat attacks you, and as it does, Bob still has the stave on top of it and just drags it in. It's like trying to attack, but it can't get loose, and that's going to be its turn, which will then bring us to Botret. So Botret, you've seen Ralphie, this fucking like huge tabaxi lion idiot, run up.
Right.
You've seen 2 rats die at your feet. And then you've also seen this last third rat that's snapping, still trying to fight for its life. What would you like to do?
So, is it possible that I can throw my sword like an archer, and then probably just hit at the head, and he dies?
Yeah, let me
Something like
see
that? Is
something real quick. You could...
Classic Bollywood movies.
Yeah, right? So you have... You could throw your sword. It would be harder to throw, but you have a dagger. And that does have the thrown quality. So if you wanted to attack with the dagger and throw that, you would have an easier time hitting someone with the dagger. But you could technically throw either. Completely your call. And I'll tell you what, Gavanch,
dragon works.
Guys, actually, just give me 2 seconds. Just real quick. I need to help my dog with something. Just 1 second. Give me about 45 seconds. I'll be right back.
Cool.
I think it's the Carpe Diem has been taken over by the forecast.
I want to be Doctor Strange, like the wizard that Doctor Strange is. He's
I'm
cool.
playing the role of Venti. If you guys are thinking why my move sounds a bit weird, I'm playing the role of Venti.
Bro,
you can literally
I
see
can tell you
Venti.
guys. Okay, if you haven't watched the episode, just go and watch the episode where we actually went live with Carpe the DM.
Yeah.
And this guy, Phoenix, right, literally asked what is, in your opinion, who's the worst player that it could actually play? And this is the guy who's actually doing that.
But I thought he would troll somebody else being inspired, but he decided to troll me. He made me one of the foul mouth big shot type.
Let's go for it.
Let's go for what?
Literally ratio with the boxers, man. What the hell you doing, bro? We can't even literally see you on the stream. We can't see you on the stream, bro.
Nah, he had to fulfill the curtains.
Okay, I see my name's actually Ratio, by the way, on the stream. That sounds nice.
No, your name is Batrat.
No, your name is
Check the
Batrap.
stream, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
man, that's the
your
other
name is
rule of
written.
D&D is anytime we're playing, Marley's going to get involved.
Of course.
That's okay.
So classic. Okay, thank you for your patience, guys. So that brings us to Botret.
To me throwing the dagger.
Yes, exactly. So you would like to throw it at the one remaining rat. You got it. Roll a d20 and add 5 to it.
Okay. Let's go. 12.
12. Okay.
Yeah, plus 5, 17. That's cool.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
I hope
Let's
so.
Go. So the armor class is how you determine whether or not something is hit, right? Kind of like the difficulty class, the armor class. The armor class of these rats is 12. So this dagger just pierces. You see it like catch it like right in the neck. Roll a d4 and add 1 to it. And this thing, I want you to know.
3.
Oh, it has 3 hit points left. I was about to say it. Okay, so what does it look like, Botret, as you throw this dagger and take the life from this giant rat?
Right? I want to do something dramatic. So basically, I put the dagger in the air like that, and then catch it back and throw it right across the face. It goes from one ear to the other straight away, like that.
That's so
please,
good. You just brain this thing.
Yes,
And
sir.
as it comes out the other side, I mean, it is gruesome. You guys see this rat just get pierced and drop. And he's like, oh God, did I do that? Did my stave do that? I didn't mean to. He's like sort of just like peeking through. Oh God, I've never seen this much blood. But as these things sort of slow down, and as you see Bob kind of like stretching to hopefully gather himself, you guys leave combat, having successfully defeated these rats. Well done, guys. Well done.
The rat warriors.
Oh my God.
So happy after killing the rats.
Yeah, right. Welcome to the bloodlust of D&D. All right, this is what brings everyone back to the table. Oh my God. Oh Lord, I'm so sorry. I heard them. They were rattling around in the back of the old copper mill there. At first I thought it was like my imagination, but then I smelled it. And then after I smelled it, I heard it. But then I saw it. And so I was like, oh no, not again, I'm leaving. So I runs outside and, well, here you guys was. Man, you guys are real heroes. And at that, you guys see Ralphie, who's like kind of run up late. He's like, yes, we handled it. We did a great job, everyone. You, Phoenix, myself, great job, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, you did a great job of arriving late as well.
I was bringing up the rear, Phoenix. It was a tactical move.
You see Bob here, this guy did more damage than you. All brains, all muscles, no brains.
In this cuts. You see Ralphie's like absolutely gutted because he knows it's true, and he rolled a natural 5. He's like, all right, I was a little late, I suppose. Please don't tell anyone. If this comes up, just please tell them I was either on time or guarding your butt. Just don't tell them it was like this, all right? And he kind of presses back. And you guys are right. There's at this point like a little bit of like fanfare. You guys can see ahead of you now. Over here. Oh, well, fuck that. That works fine. Didn't mean to do a huge circle, but we'll do it. You guys see over here, there's like a fair amount of excitement of people that are like kind of coming out, and I think it's kind of catching your ear as well. Like the playing of music is sort of starting to spread, and in general, there's some people that seem to be kind of coming out and starting to kind of celebrate the forthcoming kind of situation that is going to be the cause of the nuptials, aka Annabelle's wedding. And sorry, let me get this other guy. And you guys start to make your way, and there's really not much else like you guys need to do. You guys are like coming, and as you go, there's like quite a bit of fanfare. There's like some celebration, and people that have known you from your youth, maybe even heard some of the exploits of this group that, was friends and well beloved in the city of Marcine. And you pass through this main area where people are hawking, wares and streamers, and you see people selling like cups of mulled wine and some other kind of stronger smelling things. But you're reaching the area that has been set up for this wedding. And as you do, you guys see kind of coming and now walking out into the middle of the path here is a man and a woman. You guys see where we are on the owlbear here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let me just pull this into the center. Oh! And this
that
is
was fast.
Yeah. Yo, who is moving that horse?
Not me.
Yeah. Dang it, then it must have been me. Okay, perfect. So you guys are all here. I think I lost someone in the mix.
Me.
Yeah.
You forgot me.
Dang it, Phoenix!
Let's go.
Phoenix is back there. You see Phoenix like chatting up some girl that appears to be very impressed. But you guys continue on, and out of the front comes this man and this woman. Hey, excuse me there. Hey, excuse me, fellas. Yeah, we got something we'd like to say. Yeah. Hey, look, everyone's real excited. All right, they're real happy here. That's fine. Everyone's real happy. Annabelle's getting hitched. King Adelphin's happy. I'm happy. Okay. It's not about me. It's about Annabelle. All right. Look, the point is, I'm not making it about myself. All right. Don't be looking at me like I am. He looks at his wife, who's like hasn't said a word, but just kind of nods. Well, as you guys know, there's 2 bakers here in town, all right? Marcine's big enough. There's enough people needing bread and sweets. And well, just to be honest, I mean, it kind of hurt our feelings a little bit that the king didn't ask us to make this here fine cake. We could have made a better cake than that, a bigger one too, probably tastier, probably even grander than what you have here. But well, I'd just like to know why the hell you didn't come and ask us to make a cake. And then you see at this
We're
point
just
the woman.
the one who delivered the cake. I'm sorry, yeah.
No, well, yeah, he's like, well, you're the one delivering it. Why can't you deliver one of mine?
We were just
only
to deliver
for
the
gold.
cake.
Well,
Can you, stupid voice, not interrupt me again? The great Phoenix, you should not interrupt me.
well, I
okay?
don't know. I don't know if you're calling my
What's wrong
voice
with this
stupid or
guy?
his voice stupid. All right, we're just talking. Just 2 guys over here talking.
Listen, mister, we only work for gold. And they have given us a decent amount of gold.
So, as you guys are kind of walking, sort of, hitting this, and you guys see Phoenix kind of put this out. And Ratio, I think you've kind of gotten back in the cart, right? You're sort of like navigating.
Yeah.
This is, and I'm really adding this to just more hopefully complete a crash course of what it is to play D&D with me. This is about to be what we call a skills challenge. In a skills challenge in D&D is whenever you use your, you guessed it, skills. So if you look at that kind of center block, right, there's, 15, 18 of them. That's like athletics, perception, intimidation. Those are all skills. I want you guys to tell me how you are going to deal with the situation of these 2 offended bakers that are standing in your way, more or less trying to stop the delivery of this wedding cake. So, if you need to have 2 successes before you have 2 failures.
Okay.
So, an example could be you could try to simply persuade them. Or maybe you could
Right.
use magic to try to charm them. Or perhaps you could pull out your sword and intimidate them to get out of the way. These are all options.
Right.
Or something else. But there's no wrong choice. Skills checks are meant to be designed to be a way to see if something succeeds or fails, and also a way to give the player a lot of, creativity and autonomy.
Options.
Right. So, like,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Right.
And I know that this is, I know probably in the world, if 2 bakers showed up, you guys would be like, get the fuck out of the way.
I must walk right through them.
But all the while, you see the woman lean over. Stay with it, Seamus. You're doing well, my son. You're doing well. You're doing well, my love, not my son. Keep going. You're doing great. He's like, yeah, all right. Well, why can't you take our cake then? We just baked one. You see him point through, and it's like a slightly smaller chocolate cake that does have 3 tiers, but the top tier is like a little bit off kilter. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. You're
well,
right.
yeah, that was stylistic. That was stylistic. All right. All of Marcine is built on a fault line, okay? We're trying to honor that by having a little bit of wiggle in the cake. Don't judge us for it. So as this guy's going on and demanding that his cake replace the wedding cake that is on the wagon, Bottrot, how is Bottrot dealing with this situation as a black dragonborn paladin?
Come on. You muted.
Sorry, my bad. I just saw that. Yeah, I was gonna go for intimidation,
Love it.
right? So what I'm trying to go is be like, you better get off my way, or I have to chop you into pieces like your cake.
Hey, yo.
That is so good. You guys see Bottrot like take out this long sword, And like he at first you're like, is he gonna chop the cake? But it's more just like he's like showing how easily he could cut either. And as you kind of step forward to this man, give me an intimidation check, Botret.
Sure. So I'm gonna roll a d20.
The DC is 13.
You want me to go for a d13?
No. Roll a d20.
No, you go D20.
Add your
Okay.
intimidation, but you need to,
So it comes out to be 10, and it adds my intimidation of +3, so it comes out to be 13.
Oh, you can't pass it.
That was, like we say, a così vicino. That was very close. Okay, I love it. So,
But you have to roll more than 13 in this such a case.
well, you guys don't quite know. So, as this happens, you see him, he's sort of like, he's kind of stepping back. You can see he's like starting to sweat. Like you, Batrat, see his eyes like shift. But then his wife sort of steps forward. You're doing great, love. Don't let him push you around. All right, yeah, no, I wasn't. Like, stop it, man. You're fucking scaring me. Getting so close like that with the sword and such. And as that happens, you guys see like Botrat is like almost like nose to nose with this guy. Alvin, Phoenix the Great. What are you guys doing?
Me.
What are you doing?
Okay.
So I'm gonna use intimidation, and I'm gonna let them know. Okay, so I'm going to let them know that we work. Okay, wait. Character. So I'm gonna use intimidation. Okay, listen, listen, old man. We take one job at a time. Doesn't matter the money. We take one job. We do it for them. That's why Phoenix is known as Phoenix the Great. You cannot come in between and steal our jobs.
I love it. He's like, well, but somebody stole my... No, I was a baker too, man. All right? Talk about stealing jobs. Like, they could have contracted it out. We could have both made 2 cakes. A lot of people do that. A groom cake and a bride cake. But no, not here. Not today. Why? And as you sort of step up, maybe you're like, oh, man, he might actually have a point. But give me an intimidation check, Phoenix.
Intimidation +3. Okay, let me roll a d20.
I love these
9.
stickers, guys. Okay.
9 + 3, 12. Oh, no, man. First to roll so bad. I'm on 12. Intimidation 12.
You rolled a 12. Oh!
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, you see, like, on the heels of being intimidated by this huge, like, sword-wielding, armor-wearing dragon, like, Phoenix kind of hops down, like a human that's just kind of kicking it, rolls up. And you can see, like, at that point, he's like, oh, okay, man, I don't think I can fight this guy, but I might be able to fight this guy. And he, like, goes around from Botrat and instead gets nose to nose with you. He's like, all right, well, I'm not going to fight you, man. Stand away. Give me a little space. But you, I need some answers. Why don't we have 2 cakes on here? And there's a sense, I think, Alvin, where you're like, oh, man, this is kind of coming off the rails a little bit. How are you handling this situation, Alvin? How are you dealing with this impasse of bakers?
Okay. So, what does the nature do?
So a nature
The
check
nature.
is usually whenever you're, dealing with something in nature, animals, plants, weather phenomenon, a volcano, something like that.
Okay.
Like nature, probably wouldn't apply so much here. But if you wanted to example, like if you were trying to get a read on the baker, see how serious he is, how confident, you could roll an insight check to try to get a feel for like, is he being sincere? What's going on? Can I manipulate him? Is there any wiggle room?
That's what I was looking for, because nature, I meant, a nature of a person, like in that.
Yes. Okay. Exact. That's what I was sensing. Yeah. So insight.
Yeah. So I'm rolling a d20.
Yes. And I would say, and this is only because you guys this is the first time. You guys needed,
Yes.
it was either 2 successes or 2 failures, right? We've had 1 success barely, and we've had 1 narrow failure. So this is about to define it. Phoenix the Great, I think just as a bard, like you could inspire him right now. You could give him a D6 to his roll.
Oh yeah, I can.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Thank
on
you.
the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so I should use my bardic inspirations to inspire Ratio to become more inspirational or more intimidational or whatever to
Yeah, more insight. Yeah,
intimidate.
Just take the 6, bro. Just take the
Yeah,
6.
Just take
the
the
6, please.
I love it.
Please
No,
take the
but it's
6.
Phoenix. You guys do see Phoenix. Like, he kind of got to shoot aside, and then he's like, oh, wait a minute. I've got this. And he sort of whispers to you, and instead of he's like, actually, you got this. And Alvin, go ahead and roll an insight check, and then roll an additional d6 from the inspiration.
Okay, so I roll the d20 first. It's it rolls to 10,
Ooh. Okay.
and I'm rolling a d6. It's 5.
Yes, let's go. Let's fucking
Let's go.
go.
So as you kind of step in, there's this combination, and you guys, it's really just y'all's chemistry, right? It's seeing Batret step up, definitely affect this guy. He's like, right, well, fuck you. How about you? I got an argument with you. And he steps up to Phoenix, and Phoenix is like, man, you don't fucking touch me, but he really kind of does. He either doesn't know your music or is just an infidel. And then lastly, with the subtlety of a wizard, of someone that has gone and spent so much time, searching for understanding, searching for a greater understanding of like what moves people, what moves the world around you, right? You sense that this person is honestly just jealous, just a little bit wounded, didn't necessarily want the gig. Honestly, you look at the cake they made, they're not that good at making cakes, but he wanted somebody to ask. And in that moment, Alvin, you look back and you're like, I think that's actually a really well-made cake. And you see just tears sort of start filling this man's eyes. He's sort of like burgeoning up, and he's sort of trying to fight it back. He's like, yeah, well, I mean, you mean that? And you see like his wife kind of put a hand like, no need to cry here, Seamus. I'm not crying. I'm being grateful. And you see like he's 100% crying. And as this sort of emotion washes over him, he's like starting to try to like gather the words when his wife just hooks his arm, knows the situation better than he does, and pulls him aside, yielding the street and the space once again. And as you guys press eastward on your journey, the roar of the crowd moving from a dull noise to a burgeoning crescendo within the celebratory streets. Perfect time for that. And I really,
I was like, damn, that was spot on, bro.
I appreciate
That's a
this.
fourth member right there.
I always forget that I have the stickers. So thank you, Excellent, for making me realize that I need to go through and raise the price and also adjust what can and cannot be done. But as you guys move
Excellent
into
to the
this
fourth
space-
member.
Yeah. Today the role of Ralphie will be played by Lord Excellent. Eggs, I love that dude. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Bravo.
So you guys come in and you guys see the fanfare, and you guys see the king himself, Annabelle waiting. All the denizens, the who's of Marcine, out here with streamers, with accompaniment. And as you guys bring this cake successfully, a roar rises. As the crowd sees what they've been waiting for. And that concludes today's intro session of the Wedding Cake Caper, guys. Give yourself a hand. Give yourself
Let's
a clap.
go.
Let's go, man.
Great work.
Let's go.
Great work. Now,
It's always an easy job for Phoenix the Great.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
You're like, that
Big
was,
mouth.
Nose, bitch.
that was the easiest thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you.
This
Guys,
is what I do every day.
so let's do quick reactions. What were your thoughts? What was the most confusing? What made the most sense? How are you guys feeling right now?
I
Go
feel
backtrack.
feel when is the next session?
Yeah.
I'm actually down to play more.
Heck yeah, dude. We should totally do this again. I would say that like
Give me 1 second. I'll just
Yeah, go
connect
for it.
charger to my
Till that ratio.
You
can
go for it.
Ratio, let's go.
No,
No.
okay.
You go.
Okay. So, first of all, Kapit, thank you for being so kind and helpful in this session. Now I see why people say that you are a great DM. Now I can see that.
Everybody can
Even,
see that.
Yeah, but most inspiring in this session was, that when you fought with the rats and, the bomb was there. And, how you inspire someone that is not so great at fighting, but you inspire him so that he could handle his own way, like from now to the day he dies. Now he can handle himself,
Yeah, for
like
sure, dude.
how inspiration we give to the characters, like further characters, not just the main characters, to the further characters. And like what else we have to say? The inspiration I've done.
Yeah. No, the inspiration
Yeah,
came
what are
in
you
clutch,
confused
dude.
about?
Like the inspiration got Bob in there, but the inspiration is
Yes.
what, helped Alvin at the very end, man. Like
Yeah.
in Vogel knows, she played a bard early in difficult terrain. Like honestly, it's that collaboration. Like that's what makes D&D fun for me.
Right.
Is like
Yes.
you're good at this, you're good at that, they're good at this, but all together we can handle anything. You know what I mean?
Phoenix the Great inspiring people all life.
Let's go, dude. Just by their presence, just by showing up.
Just presence, presence matters.
Okay, Phoenix, sum up everything now.
Oh
turn.
man, that's so
I
good.
would be honest, I forgot that I'm Phoenix. I was living Phoenix the Great. I was into the character. I was enjoying. You could see me. I was enjoying. There was like this big smile on my face, and I was enjoying the character. I was like completely into it, and I really enjoyed. I would love to like have another session.
Yeah, dude, we really should. We really should. Well, maybe we come back and see what happens with this wedding. But Vogel, you're absolutely right. I love the idea of Phoenix making people rise up from their own ashes.
That's
like
what's
that's
my
the
name.
inspiration.
Even my name does that.
Like
Oh, my
inspiring
God.
Bob was my favorite part, man. Inspiring Bob.
Yeah, dude. That
Become
was,
the builder. I mean, to become the warrior.
I mean, no, he needed that because he's a big guy, but he's like afraid of, fighting and all.
yeah.
But like, who knows? Maybe in the future he needs that.
Agreed. 1000% agree.
I'm happy.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Everybody feels this. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the redeem.
Yeah, we needed that.
Yeah. This is what we feel.
It's like
Batra, what do you think?
Okay, so I was in kind of like two minds right now because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember Carpe giving me a script last time when I came in as a character, which was like the statue, right? So I was like, okay, this time Carpe didn't give me any script.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
Like, how I'm gonna go with this? But I'm happy that he actually played some of our parts, so it's more easier for us. Because I felt like some places we were like totally out
And
of key, like,
another
what's happening.
random cat appears.
yeah. There's the cat. Let's
Yeah,
go.
so thank you, John, for doing that. I can see like how much work goes into this. Thank you so much for
Oh,
arranging this
dude, for
session.
sure. No, a pleasure, man.
I was actually like, bro, this is just storytelling. Why
Exactly.
are they making
And
like this big, bro? But I played it and I was like, bro, what is going on? And
Yeah.
I'm like searching all the spells, all the points,
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
calculating,
Yeah.
writing, and I'm like, bro, this give
But you
that.
actually
This
made it easy
man,
for us, man.
this man is talented, and like you praise him, it won't be enough.
Let's go, dude. That's
Bro,
so sweet.
out of all the dudes here, you can tell John's actually the youngest.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I was about to say that. I was about to
You
say
can't even say that.
Oh,
And if you look at me,
no,
you'd be
no,
like,
no,
he's
dude.
Gonna be, Batra's gonna be probably like 50 or 60, and John's gonna be like 17, 18.
No, dude, I just need to work on my tan, dude. That's all this is. That's all this
He looks
is. I'm
like
just a little
20,
powder boy.
I look like literally golden right now. I don't even know why. That's the worst thing.
Yeah, my boy has scurvy on the high seas. No, man. No.
The first time
I
I
jo-
met
I
Carpe,
joined this
I was
14
like, I
times.
think he would be 19 to 21 at max. And I'm like,
Hey, dude,
then
only
I
on
heard-
camera. All right, only on
Only on-
camera. You know,
That's a skill set right there. That's
No.
persuasion check for you.
dude.
That's-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Riz
Well,
level 1000. The true Riz one.
nobody make a medicine check to get my real age. I appreciate it. You guys are too kind. You guys are too kind. No,
I
dude.
think I should
But
use my bardic
seriously,
inspiration to reveal your
Thank
true
you so
age
much,
to
man.
the
Thank you so
chat.
much for this.
Yeah, I
Oh,
mean
dude.
seriously, we did a podcast in July, I guess. We all did.
Yeah.
Was it that
we
long
had a
ago?
podcast
Dang.
together.
No,
Yes.
I
That
don't
was
think that
really
was
long
that
ago.
long ago, but it
Yeah.
was
No,
long
it
ago.
was actually.
I guess it
Yeah, it was
was.
really long ago.
I'll quickly search it.
Yeah, because we all did a podcast together, like what
Thank
is
you.
D&D and how does
Yeah.
all the things work? You know, like hearing about it is a different kind of thing, but playing it is whole different experience.
Right.
Exactly.
Like you are into the moment. You know, like you just live that moment. I really enjoyed it, man.
No,
But yeah,
good,
it was
man.
in July. Damn, it was in
Yeah,
July.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
End of July.
Wizard the
Right.
sharp memory.
Yeah, there you go. Well, wizard,
There
we
you
got a
go.
wizard. And dude, listen, that really is like the fun of it. And also, you know, like I mean, I love y'all's stuff. I mean, you guys create great content, and I of course love when you guys come in and check out, you know, my streams and whatever. But a lot of my D&D streams are me preparing to run sessions, right? So it's a lot of times when you
Yeah, I've
come
been
in, it's me doing this, like, oh, I'm building out the map. I'm trying to build out, you know, who Bob is. I'm trying to build out like where the rats might come from, you know, and even that in thing where I was like, I wanted the final boss to be two jealous bakers that come out and
Right.
are like, why didn't you use my shit, you know? And so
Right.
and that's just like, if you had an actual campaign book like they sell for D&D,
Damn.
that's how they do the same thing. Is like, oh, if you come here, it's a perception check to see if you notice that there's a crack in one of the rocks or what have you, you know? So I'm glad it felt, yeah, Bob is the builder. I'm glad it felt immersive and it felt clear. Like if you can do a D&D session as a first timer and have any idea what's going on, or feel like you're making a decision really at all, then it's been a success.
Of course.
Because my first one, I was like,
Yeah.
what the shit is going on?
Yeah, that was me. That was literally me.
Sure.
I remember last time coming over and be like repeating the same dialogues again and again.
Yeah.
And John keeps asking me, "Oh, what are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Just read the dialogue again." And then he's like, "What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "Read the dialogue again." Like, what's happening, bro?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, I would like to confess something on his stream. Okay.
Yeah. do it.
Last time we did a podcast, and I was like, yeah, it's good, but I might not play or might not enjoy D&D. I said this on the last podcast. You might go back and see it.
Yeah.
I did say, like, it's good, but it's not that great. Like, not everybody might enjoy. Now that I
Yeah.
played it, I actually enjoyed it.
Let's go.
And I actually watched, like, when I knew that we are going to do on 29th, I would like at least watched tens of streams or at least 20 of streams of different Twitch streamers who play D&D.
Right.
And I actually enjoyed playing, like, I actually enjoyed watching them play.
Heck yeah,
So
dude.
I would
Yeah.
love to confess that I was wrong, and I mean, yeah,
Yes. Dude.
like I enjoyed it. What I said back then, yeah, cancel it out. I enjoyed this session.
Cancel #cancel Phoenix.
yeah.
No, not
yeah.
cancel,
Run it.
not cancel me.
Phoenix
No,
Rising. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. No, man, that's real. That's real. And like that's why it's fun to like try it. And maybe that's like a lesson for, you know, it's just wild. Like you never know what it's going to be like until we actually do it. So, well guys, this has been amazing. Yeah, I'm so glad we made it happen. We totally will do this again. I think we should do this like,
Yeah, we definitely,
you know,
definitely.
I mean, John's been kind enough so far.
we'll
I hope
figure
so.
out the time. No, dude, this was great. I
Yeah.
would say that as
By
you
the
guys
next time, we would be ready.
No, dude, believe me, I know. Well, I know you guys are now gonna like look up spells and stuff. Like that's whenever you know you're into D&D,
No,
when you're googling
Yeah, we
shit.
do not. Yeah.
You know. But guys, yeah, I mean, thank you for taking the time, man, for like coming
Appreciate it,
on,
man.
for
Giving us
trusting
this
me
time, man.
with you know the whole thing. Like, I know
No,
that
we
it can be
enjoyed it.
chaotic. So
We were the lucky ones.
no,
I
dude.
actually
Yeah,
thought
indeed.
I would not. I am awake now. It's 12 here.
yeah,
So
I
I'm
know.
awake for more than 36 hours. And I had like 45 minutes of sleep, and I'm awake for 36 hours. And I was like, I will not enjoy this session. And like when it started, I was into the character so much that
Fuck
I was
yeah.
like, no man,
Let's
this is
go.
the best.
Let's go.
I like wanted it to continue, but it ended.
Yeah.
John, a quick question for you,
Yeah.
man. Have you ever been thought about like being a director rather than an actor?
You know, I have directed stuff before. But I love it. I mean, anything that's storytelling and collaborative like that, like I really just want to be involved in. And yes,
You know,
Vogel.
you've been a great actor. I mean, you're great, but trust me, you're a great director too. Like
Thanks,
if
dude.
you have prepared all of this, you're a great director, man.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that truly. Like
This guy deserves an series and then deserves an Oscar. I don't know which way it is pointing in the upside. Yeah, so this will point like properly.
that's so good. Yeah, exactly. Right here. Yeah. This
Yeah,
guy
this-
and this guy.
And this guy, and this guy, and this guy.
I do that all the
Wherever-
time. I'm like,
wherever you-
here. Wait. Here. It's reversed. Oh my
Or
gosh.
mates up and down.
Okay, one last thing. 'cause,
Please.
we're gonna upload it on our channel as well.
Fuck
so people
yeah.
who are watching this on our channel, just go. Okay, we had a great session. I hope you enjoyed as well. I mean, this is gonna be like kind of an outro for our channel as well. But yeah, go and check Carpe. Ask him for book a session with him. Just do whatever.
Yeah,
man.
dude, I have on my homepage on Twitch, you can hire me for D&D games. I've got the link for it there if anybody
Yeah.
wants it for like
Yes.
a
Yes,
birthday, a party,
hire-
something,
Hire Carpe, book him, hire him, give him lots
Yeah.
of money.
Donate
Give
us
me
money so we can
gold,
do another
all right?
episode.
Booyah.
Give him gold, sell your kidneys and give him everything. Give him your property. Just go on, bro. This
I
is
need you
so
to
much
liquidate
Take
your
my
life.
mic, you take my
all right?
laptop. Just give me another second, bro.
Oh my gosh. Well, guys, I have to say thank you to everyone that came through. Vogel, you know I love you.
Shut up and take my money.
Lord Excellent, thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for reminding me that I
That's how
have
we do it.
stickers and that they are open for abuse. So I need to go back through and vet that. You've made that very clear.
Yes.
Thank you for raising the awareness. Nothing
Yeah,
nothing
and-
like in the moment awareness. You're like, "Oh, I need to change this."
Yeah.
But
And
everybody
yeah, Carpe, you should say one thing with us. You should say Dhanyavad.
Yeah.
Dhanyavad.
Yes.
wait.
That's
So,
a
so
thank you.
wait.
That's a thank you in Hindi.
Wait, can you write
are
it in the
going to
chat?
say- no,
Because I need it
okay,
phonetically.
yeah,
gotcha.
I need it
I'll
phonetically.
tell you. So what I'm going to say is thank you for watching.
In Hindi.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
it is
Da-
देखने
da-
के लिए.
I think probably we should just teach him thank you, but that's
Is
that's,
it
that's,
no, no,
Dhanyavad?
probably
Is that
the-
thank you?
yeah,
Yeah, that- you
Dhanyavad
got
is
it.
thank you.
Dhanyavad. Okay, great.
Yeah.
And how do you say for
देखने
watching?
देखने के लिए.
Wait, I'm gonna need it phonetically. I'm so sorry.
You probably
I
typed that
wrote
out.
it. I have wrote what you have to speak.
I love it. Now,
Type
guys,
that.
don't lead me.
No, no.
Don't lead me down the path of saying some
No, no.
crazy, some
No,
crazy
this-
shit. All right.
Nah,
This
nah,
means
we
thank
should-
you for
Everybody
watching.
clip this shit.
It's like, what do you
Everybody
mean
clip this-
rally beneath the white flag? That's not what I said. That's not what I said. Oh my gosh. Okay.
देखना means watching, and के लिए means thank you for. For is के लिए, and
It's kind of like
thank you is
jumble of
dhanyavad.
stuff.
Kill you.
So like
Okay.
you would say thank
So-
you first, watching later, but we say watching first and thank you later.
So
really
Kilyavad,
kinda-
Dhanyavad.
No. You say
देखने-
धन्यवाद.
Dhanyavad.
You said धन्यवाद. That's thank you.
Got it.
देखने के लिए. देखने के लिए.
Ne kilye.
Yes,
Yeah, you got it.
देखने-
Yeah, bro.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Now everybody clip that.
Yeah,
and
everyone
put it on
clip
the
that.
internet
Make it
and-
look efficient and clean. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dhanyavad. Okay, thank you, bye. That's
I'm
good.
probably gonna use those vocals in my next album.
Yeah, dude, listen. Send me that
Dhanyavad.
track, dude. You know I owe you a verse. I owe you 16 bars.
yeah, of course, man. I got you, man.
But guys,
Your
this has
Phoenix
been
is
awesome.
actually try jumping on one as well, so
No, chill,
he's
chill.
got the bars.
Oh,
chill.
Okay, let's end this stream, man. It's been really long.
no, let's do it. Let's do it. Frandy,
Yeah.
I love you. Excellent. Vogel, Foos, everyone that came through and supported. Shout out, of course, to Phoenix Sama, to Rachel, and to Gurvanch Batra. You guys are absolute legends. Truly. They run an incredible channel. They have an incredible podcast called The Forecast, which is a very fun kind of, rip. And yeah, I mean, we're about to raid Red Sage because he's my boy and I love him.
And
I
before we raid, make sure to give lots of money to Carpe and book him for your session because he's the best.
Yo, you're the
DM,
man, dude.
GM available.
You're the
He's
man.
best
Hey,
DM.
drop me a follow if you like the D&D content. That's what I do here on Twitch.
And
I would
send him
love to
a
hang out.
lots of request of becoming your personal DM.
Yes,
Let's go.
it is there. It is
Yo,
there.
whatever you do, just book a seat for me, okay?
Yeah,
Just
no,
tag
dude,
me along,
listen. For
whoever's
you
doing
three,
that.
there is always room at the table. Fear not. Guys, I love you, truly. Anna, thank you as well. We're about to hop out of here and raid Sage, but before we do, boys,
Sure.
any last words?
Yeah.
Just thank you.
For joining.
Thank you, Phoenix. You will see more of the Phoenix the Great maybe next time.
Yeah, you will, dude. These guys will be back. Last thing is you see the shadow of something rising behind the king, and we'll pick up there next time. Vogel, Anna, excellent. You guys are all legends. Say hi to Red Sage for me. He is a prince. He's running a very fun D&D campaign called Plot Armor that he's been running for, I think, almost 2 years. It's an excellent campaign. So if you
2
enjoyed this
years.
session, go check out his session because it's going to be even better.
Damn.
Okay, guys, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We are out of here. Peace. Be gone. Goodbye.